we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Denver Broncos. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind, nowhere to go here, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Forced out to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. first down. He'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hodges. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Back to throw here. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. To throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Is good.
And his kick is right through.
At 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Locke. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Pollard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Run for Pollard. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. They run the counter. Pollard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Locke working out of the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I'll give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Chicago.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Bears 14. Broncos 7.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Squeeze, double. Delta. Part 2 is the mic. Mic part 2. Go.
Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind. And this time, they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
Check. Recon, 132 fight.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
On the play. And the Bears first down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bears 21, Broncos 7. Josh.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Locke. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Locke. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Fielded at the 20. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will extend their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Bears 28, Broncos 7.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll drop here to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
At the 37-yard line.
To throw it is Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
1-yard line.
They'll run with Pollard. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. He'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Echo. 52. Watch 52.
Operating from the gun. Locke under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That's taken on the 25. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Tackle made back at his own 49.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Lock gonna throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. From the gun, Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 25 yards for the touchdown as the Bears push further out in front.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it? Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And a throw there going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing his lock on third down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Lock. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing on second and long. Lock. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On first and 10, here's Locke. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. To throw again. Locke. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Again, it's Locke. His throw caught right around the 6. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 19-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st down, Chicago.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. He may try and run for this. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Snags it for the pick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
At their own 5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Locke now on 1st down. That'll be taken in by Anderson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go. 16 out block. Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 52, come on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke, flush to his right. And his pass incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. Open man is Anderson. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. Again, they'll throw with Locke. Over the middle to Beckham. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now here's Pollard, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
At the 26-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Locke. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 22. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Here's Locke to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They look to throw. It's Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Locke going to keep this. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Bears 38. Broncos 20.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Going to give this time to the tailback. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
The tackle made.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Bears, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.